Hello, everyone. This is Anna Stanton. I would like to talk to you for a moment about one of the greatest lessons that I learned when it comes to the power of vision. Many years ago, I was a national sportswoman and learnt about visioning when it comes to our performance as an individual and within the team. And there's an art to the power of vision and visioning your performance. And one of the biggest arts around that area that I'd learnt was is to really see and feel yourself as though you were fully in action through the mind's eye, through visualization, meditation, those sorts of things. So you're relaxing the body, closing your eyes, and through deep breathing and envisioning yourself doing the performance on the field, whatever the strength is that you step into, whether it's your workplace, your home place, these areas, it's making sure that you can envision yourself and the performance, yet the aspect of feeling the feelings of what that feels like to be in the flow, in your zone. Right? So where the mind and the body, everything is working in unison, it's a whole connection, it's a whole body, inner body experience, right? So as time went by, I wanted to live with the success that I had as a champion sportswoman to bring the power of vision and all the everything I'd learned through the art and the science of visioning, and how to utilize this in my whole life, right? And the biggest thing, I went, down the vision board path and achieved everything that I wanted to manifest in those particular areas. But there came a time where I was wondering, why was I still not feeling whole, complete, good enough, successful enough, hadn't achieved enough, So there was still an anxiousness of the high achiever, driven personality, goal setter, goal getter type, A, high, D, all these different assessments that I'm sure you can relate to, that we feel from inside out. That can cause anxiousness, it can cause doubt, and then as you get to a stage in your life where you might be having accomplished a lot, achieved a lot, received a lot, and wondering why you're still not feeling content, happy, satisfied yet. So one of the things is that we are all creative human beings. We're always going to be having a desire for new, innovative, things that we want in our life, to create new goals, all those sorts of things. And that comes from the feeling that gets activated. Now, this is where the biggest learning lesson that I didn't realize in the earlier days of visioning, that I now know later in life, that there are 4 quadrants to visioning. And there, where we go from not feeling like we're living the life that we really want to live to setting goals. And we do the vision board. So that's from stepping from, going around in circles, quadrant 1, uncertain about life, uncertain about who you are and where you want to go. Yet you'll have some sort of, I'd like to do that. So then you start to set goals and then you start to create vision boards, right? So a lot of people will stay in quadrant 1 and quadrant 2 because that is what is physical, it's tangible, and this is what a lot of people are being taught about and learning about. So it's like claim the goal, go for it. Identify the goal, go for it. Keep working hard, focus on it, until you achieve it, right? So did that, had a lot of successes in life. And yet it was like, okay, done that, what's next? Okay, done that, what's next? And you get to a stage in your life where it's like, there's got to be more, right? And that's when I learned more about the art, science, and practice of coaching, which is what I've been doing for over 25 years now. And that's in the area of, really identifying who you are and what your core values are. It's not about what's the goal, how do I get it, So it's more about who, what, and how. Who am I truly? What are my core values? And what is the inspirational vision that's coming to and through me? Yeah, as it is you, but are you listening is the key. Are you feeling it and are you connecting with mind and body, or is just the mind, I want that and I'm going to go after that and I'm going to achieve that? If the mind's taking over, then we have an ego mind based on accumulation and comparison, right? That is not inspirational, that is not sustainable, and is not fulfilling. So you'll get to a glass ceiling every single time and you'll wonder, well, what else do I need to do and achieve to feel the feelings of freedom, success, happiness, joy, contentment, satisfaction, all those beautiful feelings. Instead of chasing after it from an external, we go to the internal. So this is where it's identifying what your values are, and one of the ways to do that is to go inward. You've got to go inside, right, to be able to connect with your true self, to connect with the inner voice, connect with the inner vision. And that takes time. That takes patience. That takes a new kind of work. Instead of transactional studies, it comes into transformational inner knowing, getting to know thyself. And then the transactional and the studies come from there because of knowing who you are in that moment. It's not a complete and whole act. It's a moment by moment by moment getting to know what's right now, okay? So I used to think that when we arrive, it's like there's somewhere to arrive to in life. As I say to my clients, I said, I want you to know that you've arrived. Hallelujah, yeah? So they start laughing about that as well. So what I want them to do is to just relax a bit, let go a bit. Because if you're fixated on something that's out there, fixate, got to go for that, then you're never going to connect from here down and really feel the feelings of what your inner guidance and what it is that your true purpose here is, moment by moment. Because just a little clause on that, there is not one purpose for you in your life. There are many purposes, and for you to tap into the evolution of yourself and who you are in each phase and stage of your life is to feel that and get to know yourself. So take the pressure off there in the way of if you're thinking that there's one purpose, as I did many, many years ago, there is not one purpose. Now, what doesn't change is the essence of who you truly are, right from childhood, yeah? From whatever it was in your childhood that had you feel that I'm interested in this, and you would, in moments of playing when no one was looking, they're the things that will be a part of your guiding light now throughout your lifeline. But are you connecting with that? Or are you comparing yourself, looking at what other people are doing, and you're thinking, I have to jump over there and do that, or be that way, or have that, yeah? That's where you get lost, right? So coming back to the vision side of it is, it's identifying the feeling, what it feels like. You will have snippets of vision and parts of inspired action that you might be drawn to, drawn to take, even have some sort of goal, yet I prefer to call it inspired action that has an inspirational vision connected to it. So whereby you draw the vision towards you because it's inspiring through the action of inspired action in each moment. There's an art to that, and there's a listening into that, right? And it takes patience to get to know yourself that way, so that the ego mind doesn't take over. It's the inspirational vision that you can feel and hear guiding you each moment of every day, in whatever the area is, in your workplace, in your home place, whatever the area is, the areas that are important to you. Okay, so biggest thing to remember is, what would it feel like to be living the inspirational vision as though I'm already living it right now, the feelings. Okay, so you're letting go of how it's going to happen. You're letting go of what you think it's meant to look like, because I can assure you that nothing goes in the path of a linear, of what you think it's going to look like, because we've got infinitum happening here. There's an abundance out there of ways of things to occur, right? But if you're tapped into one way and you want to try and make that happen, then it's like putting a square peg in a round hole, and it's just going to feel, you're going to feel the resistance, you're going to feel the angst, you're going to feel the overwhelm, you're going to feel like it's not happening fast enough, right? In other words, you're getting in your own way. So having, living your inspirational vision now is about feeling what it would feel like as though you've already achieved it. And you feel those feelings with every fibre of your being, and you get on with your day in the areas that are important to you, that you're living now, right? Because most people go, well, this isn't it yet. No, this is it right here, right now. Are you tapping into the feelings of what it feels like, or are you focusing in on the areas that aren't working? You're focusing in on the habit of, this is not what I want. So then you've got all the murky, uncertain feelings going on, right? Where it takes focusing in on what is working versus what is not working. So one of the things that I work with my clients is that. Let's look at what is working. We're going to expand on that. What is the feelings from within that you're feeling for that to work? Most people haven't tapped into the feelings and consciously feeling those feelings, because all they're doing is either, well, this has worked this way. So they're staying in the logic brain of why this has worked. I took this action, I did that, took that step, I focused on this, da-da-da-da-da-da. But let's get the feeling connected, because that's when you draw your vision towards you. You draw the so-called intentional goal that is inspiring you towards you. You take an action in your flow with ease, that is inspired action. And the clarity and the focus that naturally comes from that, knowing this is the action that I am here to take right now, here and now, is whole and complete right here and now. And that is the fullness of life. That is where freedom lies. That is where success lies. That is where happiness lies. So it's feeling the feelings of what it would feel like to be living the life that you say you want to live, and then letting go of what it specifically is meant to look like in your mind's eye, and how you think it's meant to happen, and the time frame it's meant to happen, letting go of all of that, and you're responsible for feeling the feelings of what that feels like, and taking the inspired action and feeling the result in this very moment. That is why the saying, it is in the destination, it is not in the destination, it is in the journey, not the destination. That is why that saying is so powerful. But are we actually living and feeling the essence of who we truly are in the fullness of this action that we're choosing to take right here and now? Is it coming from inspired action, or is it coming from the head telling you what you think you should be doing in order to hustle and get ahead? Wrong way to go. Yeah, that's going to be hard work. Now, there's a difference between consistently being in action, following inspired action, guided from inside out, to the term hard work, pushing, got to take this action, shoulds, make this happen, motivation, it's all external. You'll be exhausted, okay? So we come from the internal, that is more powerful. Quantum shifts occur that way. Infinity, creative ideas come from there, okay? That you had never have thought of. But if this comes from the mind up, the motivation, inspiration comes from here down. So you're listening in, yeah? So living your inspirational vision comes from listening in to your inspired action that is guiding you. So if that is something that you know, that you feel that you've been on this path and you're getting lost, you're getting exhausted, you're feeling anxious, you're feeling uncertain, you're feeling fearful even, stressed, yeah? And you know that there's something inside of you that wants to come through. There's more to you. You want to live your potential, realize your inspirational vision. Then that's the journey that I've been on since I was a little girl. And I know that this lifeline has been teaching me these 4 quadrants. And the 4th quadrant is to listen into the soul vision. Listening in, that's where the inspired action comes from. And that's where the calling into in this moment. what it is that will give you fulfillment in this moment, and your inspirational vision gets drawn towards you. So letting go of form, letting go of results, and staying in the moment, fully whole and complete inside this action, where the vision comes towards you instead of you chasing after it. I can tell you it's such a more of a flowing with ease journey nowadays in my life as I've gone through all those 4 quadrants, and I can tell the difference on when I've jumped back into an old pattern, and then knowing what to do to let go and surrender into the newer one, the 3rd and 4th quadrant, which have been in the latter periods of my life. So if that's something that you're interested in, I coach people all around the world around the power of vision, envisioning, how to live your inspirational vision. How do you realise what that truly is? And how do you tap into the voice, which is the voice of your authentic voice, your inspirational voice that is guiding you every moment throughout your day. My name's Annette Stanton. Have an inspirational day, trusting and listening in to your next inspired action. Thanks again. Talk soon. Bye-bye.